guys, it's Kyrie, and this video is a time-lapse of me coloring a drawing I made a few days ago. If you want to know the supplies I'm using along with the colors, you can find that down in the description below. As you watch the coloring process, I'd like to give you a little bit of information on what I drew and what it represents. So this is me. Not a self-portrait of me, but this is me in the video game World of Warcraft. For the last 7 or 8 years, this has been my main character in the game, and it's a large factor of my online and offline identity. I play a resto druid, and when I'm in the game, I am healing my friends so that we can defeat the difficult bosses we encounter in raids and dungeons. In every video game I play, if the option to play a healer is available, then you better believe that is the role that I will take on and master. I've always had an affinity for elves, druids, nymphs, fairies, woodland creatures, dragons, etc., and the current gear I am wearing along with the character I play is perfect for me. I've always wanted to draw my character in game, but I never had the confidence to actually do it. It's difficult to approach drawing something so iconic and important to not only myself, but an entire game community and its creators. How can I accurately represent the shapes and textures of a video game onto a single piece of paper? As I've mentioned in previous videos, I am really bad at anatomy. Fortunately, in this drawing, the armor I'm wearing disguises a large portion of the anatomy, and so I wasn't very intimidated. As I outlined the pencil drawing, I wanted to change the art into more of a comic style with thick black areas of contrast. I also wanted to add detail and dimension into the drawing before laying down any color. As I began coloring, I started to get nervous because I lacked some of the colors that were better suited for this project, and in the future I plan on purchasing the full collection of Copics, but it's going to take a while because they are quite pricey. Some sites sell them for $5, some sell for $7, so honestly, shading the chest is probably the most difficult portion, in my opinion, because the breasts are just something I've never really practiced drawing or coloring. I know I'm a woman, but drawing boobs isn't really a hobby of mine. I recently found some great art channels that focus on developing your drawing skills and techniques, and I think that will really help me if I just sit down and practice to reignite my hand-eye relationship with drawing. I think it's important to brush up on skills you already know because with each attempt you can only get better. And if you've never drawn something, then I definitely encourage practicing because you're never going to be good at something if you don't try. If I compare myself to many other artists, I would say I'm somewhere in the middle. There are plenty of artists who need to practice to get to where I currently am in my art path, and there are many artists above me that I look up to in hopes that one day I can produce art to their standard of quality. I would like to clarify that in this ladder of skill, it's completely subjective to my opinion. What I think is good art could be bad art to someone else, but if I had to judge the art I think looks good and bad in comparison to my own, I think I'm somewhere in the middle. When I was coloring this, I was looking directly at the character login screen to try and capture the textures and colors attached to the graphics of my character. So if you see me constantly applying color over the other colors and blending and just going back and forth, it's because I was trying to find the right concoction of colors to give me the texture and design I was looking for. Instead of coloring this in the actual render sketchbook I decided to detach the page from the book and lay it down flat. Having the cover of the book in my way when coloring these drawings is really annoying, and to be honest, I think from now on I will just detach the page each time like I did with this one. When I run out of the render paper, I think I'll buy the actual roll of paper and then I can cut the paper to size for whatever project I'm working on. I have a few ideas of things that I would like to do on my channel. I would like to do some art challenges and definitely more time-lapse videos. I would maybe like to do some reviews or tutorials, and I would really like to do some art collaborations with other artists, but I need to find some artists who would be willing to collaborate with a small channel like mine. I think it would be really unfair to the other artists if all of their traffic is coming to my channel, but no one is going to theirs. But when I see all of the collaboration artwork videos that go on, it always fascinates me to see two styles come together. So if you are an artist and you are interested in setting something up, definitely message me. You can find the links to all of my social media down below to get in touch. As I mentioned, this character is a huge part of my identity. I'm turning 26 on March 2nd, and I think I began using the internet for leisure when I was 10 years old. I was extremely active on virtual pet sites and forum communities, which eventually led me to diving into video games and graphic design. I've always loved designing characters and dressing them up and naming them names that I would make up. My real name is Kayla, but for the last 10 years of my life, I've been using the pseudonym Kyrie. I would love to legally change my name to Kyrie, but the cost and process is a pain in the butt, and I'm pretty lazy, so I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Plus, I'm 99% sure my mom would kill me if I ever got rid of my real name. My main character's name is Kyrie Jenkins, and Jenkins stems from the Leroy Jenkins meme and the achievement that you can earn in this game. When you think of famous names like David Bowie and Michael Jackson and Lady Gaga and so on, I wanted to find a name that could be my own jam. My real and first last name aren't horrible, but my last name is easily subject to ridicule, and whenever I learned that Jenkins title was available, I earned it and got it in game and set my game name to Kyrie Jenkins, and something in my soul really resonated with that, and it has stuck with me ever since. If the name is available on any game or website I join, I try to name my characters Kyrie or Kyrie Jenkins, and if that's taken, then I use my Death Knight Nefarli. In the fantasy world, I imagine mages and creatures existing mutually, and good fights evil, and you can transform into dragons, or you can even ride them. And I've always wanted to be this dragon queen that can shapeshift into a humanoid form, or animals of the world up to and including mythological beasts. I would try to be a vigilante of some sort, but I wouldn't play the ultimate hero. I would be one of those neutral parties that will join up with the heroes and provide aid to them, but I have a kingdom to run where I must train and protect my dragonkin. There would be an ancient council that I would lead, and together we would protect the realms and races of the worlds. But when things go out of balance, then we will intervene and assist the heroes in their quest to restore peace and balance. In my mind, I am immortal, and my kryptonite is honestly the lack of magic. The more magic I use and the more magic that is consumed, I become weak and I must rest to regenerate that magic. However, I cannot die for as long magic exists. So, if every good magic user were to be killed off and all that is left are bad magic users, I would still be alive unless the magic itself is completely eliminated. Of course, would that ever happen? No, because everyone in this universe would be either born from magic or using magic in some way, and magic is constantly being used and generated. So it's honestly this infinite resource that is being used by good and evil continuously. And so if someone evil really wanted to kill me that badly, they would first have to destroy magic in its entirety before they could truly finish me off. They could most certainly use magic to weaken me to the point of being hardly conscious. They could banish me and curse me and all of the likes, but they would never ever be able to completely kill me unless they were to just destroy the essence of magic. And that would probably never happen, because if you're going to destroy magic, you're probably going to need magic to destroy the magic with. And so there's going to be this constant cycle of magic existing in some form or another. And I would just slowly regenerate back to my full power. So, and then from there I could just rebuild my kingdom one baby dragon at a time. And I could use magic to create more animals. Just it's super overpowered. So I think I need to think of a deeper weakness that is out of the ordinary. But I guess in this universe I would be considered a god, but I would be a physical entity that would be compassionate and playful with those around me. I would be the queen of the realms. I would go to the different, planets and whatever. So that's just the story of who I am in the magic realm. Overall, I am very proud of how this turned out, and I want to believe my skills with drawing and coloring with Copics has improved, and I can only wonder how my art will look like a year from now in 2017. So thank you so much for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more art videos and click the thumbs up if you like my drawing. I'm Kyrie Jenkins, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!